Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be my 2015 favorites, and these are the products that I absolutely loved in the year of 2015, and I'm going to share all these products with you, and I'm going to go in the order of how I apply them. So I'm going to start with my base products, and I have a hunch that this video is probably going to be really long, so I'm just going to jump right in and start. So the first product that I'm going to talk about is primer. This is the primer that I have been using for about 2 or 3 years now, and this is the Body Shop's Tea Tree Pore Minimizer. I do not use this every single time I do my makeup, but I absolutely love using this when my skin is a little bit sensitive or it's a little bit irritated and I want something to calm it down, and at that moment I want to create like a barrier between my foundation and my skin, and I want my skin to heal. So that's when I absolutely love using this. This says it makes the pores look smaller, skin feels purer, smooths, primes and instantly mattifies, and that is absolutely correct. I really love this stuff, and I've gone through about like 4 or 5 of these. The next primer that I loved is a relatively recent discovery. I think I started using this about like 5 or 6 months ago, but ever since then I have fallen in love with this. This is the L'Oreal Base Magic Primer, and it comes in a nice little tub like this, and you can see that the product is white and it's pretty thick, like it won't fall down, and it just glides on the skin. It makes your skin really matte and smooth, and it fills in the pores, which I really love, and your foundation will just glide on. And this also helps in making your makeup last a lot longer, and I've actually noticed a difference between when I apply this and when I don't, and my makeup ends up lasting a lot longer when I actually use this. Now I'm going to talk about foundations, and the first foundation I'm going to talk about is something that I've used for a really long time, and it was recently repackaged or reformulated or something, and I've actually used the previous formula as well, and I really loved it. I also really love the L'Oreal True Match, but I cannot show you that right now because I just threw it out. I just kind of emptied it out. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and you must have heard a lot of good reviews about this, and it's absolutely true. This foundation lasts so long. I've used this for parties and for night outs, and it looks so beautiful and so gorgeous. It comes with a nice little pump, and the packaging is really cute as well. And this I think costs 13.25 rupees, and I'm in the shade 200 Golden Sand. And yeah, this is the first foundation that I really loved. The next foundation is one of my all-time favorites. I've had this for about a year now, and I've also used up a whole bottle of this as well. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and all the hype around this product is so worth it. It is expensive. I think it costs around 3,000 rupees, but this stuff is going to last you for so long, and this looks so beautiful. It is medium to full coverage, and this will last like no other. So if you want a foundation for weddings, when you want your skin to look absolutely flawless and beautiful, this is the foundation that you want to use. Now this is not something that you want to use in the daytime or if you're going out in the sun, because this is a little bit detectable on the skin, so you cannot pile this on and expect to have like natural looking skin, because this will end up looking like foundation. But if you're indoors and you have a wedding or a big function to attend, this is the foundation that I absolutely swear by if I have a big event and I know I want my base to last for the whole night. So yeah, this is one of my absolute favorite foundations. It just makes your skin look so flawless and so gorgeous. And I'm in the shade 1W2 Sand. Then I have the Maybelline Dream Satin Skin Foundation, and this foundation was recently launched by Maybelline. Maybelline is like really crazy with its launches. I feel like as soon as I try to get used to a product from Maybelline, they kind of launch a whole new range, and they've recently launched the Fit Me range, which I really want to get my hands on. This is the Dream Satin Skin Foundation. It looks so natural and so beautiful. If you're going to work or if you're going to college and you want a foundation that looks like skin, is great for all skin types, inexpensive, and looks really natural and makes your skin look nice and even, this is the foundation for you. It costs $6.95 or $7.95, I'm not sure. I think it's $6.95. I am in the shade B4, and this is like my absolute perfect match. This shade matches me like it was made for me, and I really love this foundation. This is like one of my everyday foundations when I want my skin to look really nice, naturally gorgeous and beautiful and slightly dewy. This is the foundation I love to wear. Honorable mention goes to the Faces Glam One Prime Perfect Foundation. This was launched in December. Ever since I got this from Faces, I have been using this, and I think I've used it for about 2 weeks and I've really been enjoying this. It gives like medium coverage, slightly dewy kind of finish, and yeah, it lasts really well. So I have been loving this in the past 2 weeks as well, and I just quickly wanted to mention that just in case you were interested. There is an aeroplane always whenever I'm filming. Why whenever I'm filming? Now for concealers, if you have been watching my videos, you know that I absolutely love the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. No concealer in the world is better than this according to me, or if it is, I haven't discovered it yet. I'm really interested to try the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer and the newly launched Makeup Forever HD Concealer, but unfortunately none of those are available in India. So for me right now, I am in love with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. It's a little bit drying for the under eye area, but I like to use a really thick eye cream, and then I'll just go ahead and use this. It lasts so long, and if you use it with the Estee Lauder Double Wear, then you go ahead and use that and set them with a little bit of powder. Your base is not going anywhere. It just makes your skin look so flawless. It lasts amazingly, and it has amazing coverage. So yeah, this is the only concealer I've ever loved this much. Now for highlighting purposes, I don't know why I've never talked about this concealer on my channel. Maybe because I've just never used this in one of my makeup tutorials or anything. This is the Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch Concealer, and as you can see, the entire writing has rubbed off and I'm almost like out of this. In my actual daily real life, I really love using this concealer. It has amazing coverage. It is great for highlighting your under eye areas, around the sides of your mouth, on your forehead, wherever you want to highlight and conceal. This is an absolutely lovely concealer. Sometimes I'll use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and I'll just go ahead and use a little bit of this just to give myself that beautiful highlighted look, and it highlights your face in the most beautiful way possible. It's a little bit thick, so I like to blend it with a beauty blender, but I really love the result that I get with this, and yeah, absolutely love this stuff. This is definitely worth checking out. It only costs 500 rupees from the drugstore, and I think I have been using this for about 2 years now, and this is my second one that I'm almost running out of. Coming on to powders, now I'm sure I have mentioned this before in one of my favorites videos, but I haven't used this recently because I've recently discovered so many powders that I have been using, but I'll always go back to this. And as you can see, I have a huge hitting pan situation here, and I have a backup of this as well because I just cannot live without this powder. This is the Chambord Silver Shadow Compact, and I'm in the shade RR2. And this is just a beautiful powder. It has sheer to medium coverage. If you want, you can use a little bit of concealer. So I'll sometimes use the Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch Concealer. Then I'll just set my face with this, no foundation, and it looks really gorgeous. This is just so beautiful. I think it costs around 900 or 1000 rupees, and it comes with its own refill. So you get like 2 powders, and it's just so gorgeous. I really love this powder. This is definitely one of my favorites. Another powder that I love is from Maybelline. This is the Dream Satin Skin Powder. This powder does have like a medium to full coverage kind of feel. So if you want a powder that has a little bit of coverage, you can definitely go ahead and use this. I am in the shade P03. And I've really been loving this powder. This is really soft, so when you put your finger in, you can feel that it's not so powdery as other powders. It is very creamy, feels really nice on the skin, but you can end up looking cakey if you use a lot of this, so you want to be careful when you're using this powder. And yeah, this is also one of my favorites, and I think this costs around 600 rupees. Now I'm gonna move on to eyebrows, and again, if you have been watching me, you know how much I'm obsessed with the sleek eyebrow kits. I have them in light and I also have them in dark. So what I do is I take the wax and the powder from the dark one. So I'll just take the wax from the dark one and I'll kind of map out the shape of my eyebrow, and then I'll go over that with the dark powder. But for the front part of my eyebrow, I will kind of fill in the front part of my eyebrow using the light powder from the light eyebrow kit. I have been using this for I think well over 1.5 years, and I've already gone through one of the dark kits, and I used to use a dark one to fill in my entire eyebrows when I had darker hair, but now that my hair is a little bit lighter, I like to fill in the inner part of my eyebrows with a light kit. So yeah, I absolutely love the sleek eyebrow kits. If you want to know where to get them, you can get them from the sleekmakeup.com website. They ship internationally. You can also buy sleek from luxola.com. I already have an entire video up on my eyebrows, so if you want to know how I do my eyebrows, I will link it somewhere here. You'll also see a card. It will also be mentioned in the description box below. Now I'm going to move on to eyeshadow, And one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes is the one that I created, as in I compiled this eyeshadow palette. All these eyeshadows are from Makeup Geek. I already have a whole video up on my Makeup Geek haul and all of that. I think at that time I had about 7 eyeshadows, so I bought 2 more. The 2 more that I bought are Cupcake and Bitten. If you're curious about Makeup Geek shopping and how they ship to India and the custom duties and all of that, I have talked about all of that in the video that I created, so I will link it somewhere here, also in the description box, so make sure you check that out for all of that. But this is my absolute favorite eyeshadow palette. I feel like if I have this, I do not need any other eyeshadow palette, and I can just go so many ways with this palette, and I can create so many eye looks. And even if I'm using like one eyeshadow from another palette, I feel like I have to come back to this palette and I use shades like Cocoa Bear and Frappe and Peach Smoothie with almost any eye look that I create. So yeah, this is my absolute favorite eyeshadow palette, and don't you just love it when that happens with Z palettes? I absolutely love doing that. Okay, moving on. I also have this beautiful Makeup Revolution palette. This is, I think this is the Run, yeah, this is the Run Boy Run palette. As you can see, it has a beautiful set of neutrals over here, and then it has all these matte shades that you can use to blend in your eyeshadows, and I think this is such a beautiful concept. So here you have all your shimmery, gorgeous eyeshadows, and then you have these beautiful mattes. And the black one is so impressive. The black one is so dark. You can see over there. And I'm just gonna swatch a few shades for you so you guys can see how amazing these are. Here is what the colors look like. As you can see, there is a huge variety of colors here. These palettes are so affordable, and there are so many types of palettes that you can choose from Makeup Revolution. I feel like Makeup Revolution has brought out so many eyeshadow palettes in India, and we definitely needed great eyeshadow palettes in India. You can find Makeup Revolution eyeshadows on Nykaa and Jabong and maybe even Flipkart, I think. So yeah, and these are definitely really nice and really affordable. I have recently discovered this beautiful Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette. This is the Makeup Revolution Ultra eyeshadow palette, and they have 3 palettes in this range. So one of them is like a nice matte, one of them is a neutral shimmer, one of them is a neutral matte. This one is a colorful shimmer, and the colors in this eyeshadow palette are just so gorgeous, and they're so beautiful. There's a beautiful orange and a really lovely blue, and all these eyeshadows are just so amazing and gorgeous. Here are the swatches of this eyeshadow palette. I think this one costs 1500 rupees. Also, because the pigmentation on these eyeshadows is, they're just so smooth and they blend so well, and this palette is absolutely gorgeous as well. There's just so many ways you can go with that eyeshadow palette. Another one that I want to quickly mention is this one by Sleek. If you're looking for a gorgeous neutral everyday eyeshadow palette, this is really beautiful. If it just wants to show. This is the Sleek Eye Divine eyeshadow palette in Storm. I've had this for 2 years and I've used this so much. I don't know how I haven't hit pan on this already, but this just has a beautiful black, a neutral brown, and then another brown, and then some shimmery shades. It's a beautiful neutral toned eyeshadow palette with a little bit of green and blue and a grey and a pink thrown in. And it's just so beautiful. The pigmentation is amazing. They last really well. They blend really well. I have about 6 or 7 of these Sleek palettes, and that's why you can see I've labeled them. And they are just so beautiful, so affordable, so gorgeous. So definitely look into these if you're looking for a nice affordable eyeshadow palette. Talking about blushes now, this is the Faces Glam On Perfect Blush in the shade Gold Dust 03. It's a beautiful neutral toned blush. The only problem with this blush is that it does contain a little bit of shimmer, but it's such a beautiful pinky brown kind of blush which looks so gorgeous with almost every look that you create. And this is like a no thought blush, so if you have a look and you don't know what kind of blush you want to pair with it, this is the kind of blush that you want to wear, and you can be sure that this is going to look absolutely gorgeous with a lot of different looks. So I have absolutely been loving this blush. I just wish there was no shimmer in this blush, and I recently found out the Maybelline Cheeky Glow in the shade Creamy Cinnamon is quite similar to the Faces one actually, and this does not have shimmer. I mean, it's not exactly similar, it's not a dupe, but if you want like a nice neutral blush that blends beautifully, is inexpensive, lasts well, goes with any sort of makeup look that you want to create, this is definitely something that you might want to look into. It only costs 300 rupees, and I think you can buy this from Flipkart for around 250 or 200 even when they have sales. So this is definitely a beautiful blush. Another blush that I've had for about 2 years. I think I've had this for 2 years. This is the Sleek Blush by 3 palette in Lace. All three of these shades are so beautiful and so gorgeous. It's a beautiful warm toned blush palette. There is a stunning orange shade right here and a beautiful kind of coral shade, and then there is this beautiful shimmery rose gold shade, and this rose gold shade in the middle is a great dupe for NARS Orgasm. So if you're looking for an everyday beautiful bright blush palette, and this is like orangey ready toned, this palette is one of my favorites for the summertime. I think I reach for this a lot more in the summer than I do in the winter time. Again, I have a few of these in my collection, so I have labeled them. You can see there is the word Lace over here. I also wanted to mention this beautiful Freedom blush palette. This is the Freedom Professional Makeup Pro blush palette, and this is in the shade Pink and Baked. I think they also have a Peach and Baked, which is more like orangey tones. This is a more pinky toned blush palette, and I feel like if you have this palette, you're never going to need another pink blush, because look at the array of colors here, and even the highlighters in this palette are so beautiful and so gorgeous and so metallic. I'm going to swatch a few shades. The colors are so gorgeous, they look so stunning, they last really well, and also you can see the highlight is really gorgeous as well. And I think this costs around 1200 or 1300, something like that. And for 1300, even if it costs around 1300, I'm not sure. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, you're getting 8 powders for 1300 rupees. So that is a pretty good deal. I think the only one that I don't use from this palette is this really shimmery pink highlighter over here, but I really love this one. Look at that. That is just unbelievably gorgeous. It is so beautiful. It is so gorgeous. If you apply it on your cheeks, I think people will be able to spot you from the moon. I want to be spotted from the moon. So I'm gonna just highlight my cheeks even more, because why not? Moving on to bronzer, I think you must be sick of hearing me talking about the Body Shop Honey Bronzer now. This is my absolute favorite bronzer. I've used this for this entire year. This is a magical product. I've used this for so long and so much. I don't understand how I have not hit pan on this already. But this is such a beautiful bronzer. It is absolutely gorgeous if you want to warm up your face. I'm so sorry if you can hear the plane. This is my absolute favorite bronzer. It is so beautiful. It warms up your face without looking like you've actually made an effort to warm your face. And it is just so gorgeous. It lasts the entire day on me. And I think it costs around 1400 rupees. And they have 2 more shades that are darker than this one. I use it in the shade 04 Deep Matte. If you're looking for a slightly cheaper, more affordable and more multitasking alternative, I highly suggest you look into the Sleek Face Form palettes. These are the palettes that come with a highlight, a bronzer and a sculpting powder. The sculpting powder in this is really nice. The ones that are medium to dark come with a bronzer. The ones that are light and fair come with a blush. So as you can see, this one comes with a blush, this one comes with a shimmery bronzer. I love both of them. I use both of them. I like the highlights in both of them as well. This is the one in light and this is the one in medium, and as you can see, all of them swatch beautifully, and I have found use for them in so many ways. You can use them as eyeshadow, you can use them as blush, as contour, as highlight. The powders are really smooth and creamy, and they're not even chalky, so you can definitely use them as eyeshadow and you won't have a ton of fallout. For my all-time favorite highlighter, it definitely has to be the Lou Manizer by the Balm. It is just so gorgeous. It will suit so many different skin tones. This will suit so many different skin tones, and it just looks so beautiful. It looks like you're glowing from within, and I've gotten so many compliments when I'm wearing this, people telling me that my skin is looking glowy, and I always tell them it's this highlight. I got mine from Feel Unique, and I think I paid around 1800 for this, and this is just so worth it and so amazing. You only need the tiniest touch and the tiniest amount. And yeah, love. For my favorite mascaras, there is absolutely no doubt that I'm gonna say Maybelline the Falsies and Maybelline the Colossal. I use these mascaras in combination with each other, so I'll go ahead, curl my eyelashes, and then I'll use one coat of Maybelline the Falsies. and I'll use 2 coats of Maybelline the Colossal, and that just gives me such amazing volume and hold and lift and curl. They last really well. I use both the versions, waterproof and washable, depending upon where I'm going, how long I'm going for, whether or not I'm going to be crying in a movie. So yeah, these are my absolute favorite mascaras. I've gone through about 7 or 8 tubes of both of them, and I think that says a lot. So yeah, these are definitely my favorites. I love Maybelline mascaras, and they're very affordable as well. My favorite kajal in 2015 was without a doubt the Lotus Color Kick Kajal. I absolutely love this. I have gone through 2 of these, and this is probably my 3rd one. I feel like this is the best kajal in that kind of range, within like 250. So if you compare so many kajals that come within like 250, I think this is my absolute favorite. The other 2 kajals that I absolutely loved are these Lotus Eco Stay Kajal and the Plum Nature Studio Kajal, and both of these I think cost around 400 rupees. But both of these are so incredibly creamy and last so well. I haven't felt the need to buy a high-end kajal because these just work so nice. And even the mascaras, the Maybelline mascaras, they're so nice. I feel like I don't need to splurge on them. I don't need a high-end mascara. I don't need high-end kajals because these are just so nice and so incredible and so smooth and so... I'm just gonna say all the good things that you can imagine about kajals right now because yes, these are so good. For my liner, it is without a doubt the Sugar I Told You So waterproof liquid eyeliner. I have already finished one of them and I'm on my 2nd tube now, and that kind of says a lot because liquid liner lasts a long time. This costs about 700 rupees. It is absolutely amazing. I don't even remember what I used to use before this. I think I used to use the Maybelline gel liner before this, which I still do sometimes if I'm in the mood for gel liner. But for my everyday wing and my everyday liquid liner, this is what I use. It only takes me 30 seconds to create wings on both eyes and even wings on both eyes, and this has made the job so easy. The nib is just so nice and so fine, and it is just so easy to create a wing with this. And yeah, I absolutely love this liquid liner. You definitely should look into this. It is waterproof, it lasts all night, and yeah, all good things. Now I'm going to move on to lips, and this was definitely the hardest part because I absolutely love lipsticks. I feel like they're one of my most favorite makeup products. Lipsticks and highlighters and bronzers and eyeshadow. Okay, I love makeup, but lipsticks are definitely one of the top favorites, and it was just so hard to pick out my favorite lipsticks, but I wanted to pick out like 1 or 2 lipsticks from each category. So I have 1 or 2 from nude, from orange, from pink, from reds. These are my absolute favorite lipsticks that I've loved and abused in the month. Why do I keep saying month? In the year of 2015. So I'm going to start with my favorite lip liners. This is the NYX Lip Liner in Natural. As you can see, I am completely out of this. This is all that I have left, and I went to Sephora about 3 or 4 times to get mine, and they were always out of stock. And I think the last time I went to Sephora, the lady just told me they've discontinued NYX, and I was like, why have you discontinued NYX in Sephora? And they're always out of stock, so I don't know how I'm going to find this again. Maybe I'm going to try some international website because I definitely need a lot of NYX lip liners because I love them. One that you can easily find in India is by Deborah Milano, and this is in the shade 07. It's just a beautiful terracotta kind of nude, and I love overlining my lips with this and drawing in my lips. Sometimes I'll even just fill in my lips with this, and this will be it. So this is one of my absolute favorite lip liners. This is the NYX Lip Liner in Natural. So as you can see, it's a little bit more grey and a little bit more neutral than the Deborah Milano one. Now for my favorite nude lipstick, this is all that I have left. This is the Lakme 9 to 5 lipstick in the shade Red Chaos. This is what that looks like. I don't know why it's called Red Chaos because it's definitely not red at all. It's a beautiful dark kind of corally terracotta nude kind of lipstick, and this is all that I have left. And when you have so many lipsticks and you only have this much left of one lipstick, that means that you really love this lipstick. So yeah, this is my first favorite nude lipstick. My next favorite is this one by Faces, and this is in the shade Wrapped Up. This is also very beautiful. It's a little more orange, more coral toned than Red Chaos, as you can see. But this is the kind of nude that I like to wear. I don't like to wear concealer nudes that make me look dead. I like to wear nudes that make me look like I have some life and soul in me. So this is what that looks like. By the way, all the lipsticks that I am going to show you are absolutely matte, because I just wear matte lipstick so much and I love matte lipsticks. So now I have this one by Color Bar. This is the Kiss Proof Lip Stain in Hot Latte, It's a beautiful pink brown kind of nude. If you are looking for a perfect Kylie Jenner lipstick, this is what you need. So this is definitely a darker nude, but it is just so beautiful and so gorgeous. And yeah, you'll absolutely love it if you put this on your lips. I think this is going to suit so many different complexions and so many different people. I always get compliments when I wear this, and I post pictures of myself on Instagram wearing this, and so many of you guys will ask me what lipstick it is, and I'll always tell you it is this one. So yeah, this is one of my absolute favorite nudes as well. I don't know why I keep saying this is my absolute favorite, that's my absolute favorite, because this is a favorites video. So of course all the products that I'm going to show you are amazing and I absolutely love them. My favorite orange lip combo is definitely this one. This lip liner is by Calabar. This is the lip liner in the shade Sizzling Orange. It's beautiful, it is creamy, it is smooth. I absolutely love it. I wear it with almost all orange lipsticks. And then this is the Faces Lip Crayon in the shade Really Rust 07. This is definitely my favorite orange lip combination, and I really love it. It makes your face look so bright and so awake. So if you're wearing minimal makeup, or if you're having a day when you just don't want to wear makeup and you want your face to look nice and awake and fresh, wear an orange lipstick, because orange lipsticks really bring out your complexion, make you look awake and beautiful. And yeah, this is definitely my favorite orange lip combo. For pink, I have to mention this one. This is by Chambord. This is their Extreme Matte, and this is the shade Exotic Fuchsia. Oh my god, this is an in-your-face pink. I think this is a dupe for MAC Candy Yum Yum. I'm not sure, I have to look into it. I think this costs around 800 rupees, so along the same lines of, you know, all the lip crayons and everything. So this one is just so gorgeous. If you want a slightly nudie pink, then this one by Inglot is really nice as well. It is not as bright and neon as the Chambord one. It's a really beautiful and nude, not nude, it's still pink, but it's a little bit more wearable, and this one is in the shade 419. It is so stunning, so beautiful. Smells like fruits. Smells like sour raspberries, and I just love it as well. Inglot lipsticks are I think 1050 rupees each. I have to mention this lipstick. I don't know if it'll fit into a pink lipstick or a red lipstick, because this is a pinky red, and this is the shade All Fired Up by MAC. I have worn this so much. This is my most worn MAC lipstick, and I only have that much of that left, and I always get compliments when I wear this as well. This just brightens up my face. Someone is texting me. This just brightens up my face. It makes me look so much more awake and healthy, and it is just the perfect combination of pink and red, and that is what that looks like. I hope you can see how gorgeous that is. It is definitely my favorite MAC lipstick. If you could only buy one lipstick from MAC, I would suggest you look into All Fired Up, because this is just so beautiful. This is like the perfect balance between pink and red. So if you're not that much into red and you love pink lipsticks, you can definitely try this one. MAC lipsticks are 1450 each. And for the last combo, I'm going to talk about my favorite red lipsticks. This one is Ruby Woo by MAC, which I'm sure most of you would have heard about, because Ruby Woo is like a cult favorite from MAC. It's a beautiful neutral tone red. It looks beautiful on every skin tone, every undertone. It is so beautiful, lasts so long. I always top it off with the sleek Matte Me in Rio Jared, if that is how you pronounce that. I don't know, I think it is Rio Jared. But I always like to top off my MAC Ruby Woo with the sleek lipstick. And I love the finish of liquid lipsticks. It just makes everything last so well, and yeah, it just makes your red look like bold in your face red. If you're wondering what I have on my lips right now, I have this lip combination by Sleek. This is the Sleek Matte Me lipstick in the shade Mystic. It's a beautiful matte purple kind of shade. It's a beautiful pinky purple, so if you don't want to wear like a purple, this is a beautiful purple to try. And I have topped that off with the Sleek Matte Me liquid lipstick in the shade Fandango Purple. That is what that looks like. So that is the lip combination I have on right now, if you're interested. So that is all for my 2015 favorites. I apologize if this video was too long. If you're still here, please give this video a big thumbs up. And yeah, please let me know if you enjoyed this video and what products you loved in the month. I just cannot accept that we have finally changed in 2016. It is probably going to take me about 2 months to write 2016 and not write 2015, because that is what happens with every one of us. So please let me know what you loved in the year of 2015 down below in the comments. If you're watching this for the first time, please subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me. All you have to do is click that subscribe button right there and you won't miss any more future uploads from me. You can also follow me on all my social media. Everything will be mentioned right here on the screen, and of course everything will also be mentioned in the description box along with the links. I will see you in my next video. Bye!